It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And the spotlight is on the rookie, Breece Hall. He's coming off an incredible effort with over 200 yards rushing a week ago. It's the Dolphins and the Bengals on Thursday night primetime.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. Taking in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside with 30 at the 27. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the Southpaw in his 3rd season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. At home, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
The question for Mixon was after an injury-riddled 2020. Will he be back to his old self in 2021? And not only was he back, he was even better. He set career highs across.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
They need to walk in the back. Offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers for Mixon last week: 18 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room, in the cold tub, trying to get his legs back for this game.
On second down, here's Mixon. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's brought down after a very nice game. 40 statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Once more, P-Ryan. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time, and that's not easily done because, you know, all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. We're taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. There was no answer for him defensively. Over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns to boot.
And that was a fun film to watch because a few of those runs, it was apparent he was just not going to be denied. And his team is hoping that carries over to this week as well.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. After 14-6 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Mixing up the middle, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
Breaks the tackle, now an alley. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
I know I should keep the focus on the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22. Breece Hall helped leading out this offense for another series. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. Hall again on second down. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Play action, now it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Back deep is DJ Chark. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They were winners over the Jets a week ago, and they are in the driver's seat right now as well. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now here's the option play going left. And he is going to lose yardage here.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now Tua. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2nd and 4. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the 1st half. That is taken in by Hurst. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Free kick out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tua, a final shot before half. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 83 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
First down catch there by Jalen Waddle. What a promising debut for the 6th overall pick in the 2021 draft. Led all rookies with 104 receptions, mainly catching passes from his college teammate, Tua Tagovailoa.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Back to the ground with Hall. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Hall on a give up the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Hall again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Breece Hall His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. They'll try and run it here. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
2nd and 9 now. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th.
An option handoff here to Mixon.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
125 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Again, it's Mixon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8.
But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. It's their quarterback. 28 yards.
And the Bengals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Extra point up and through. And the lead is now 24. So that drive in total 8 plays. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line.
Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they got to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Jalen Waddle, 68 yards. And the Dolphins get a bit closer.
So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he's got some space here. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
121 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, Tagovailoa. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to go up top again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He is going to find Hill here. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Another try after the first down sack.
Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Daxton Hill picks it off.
There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner. And I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on second and long. Tua. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for two does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And they will take a knee here.
Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.